Welcome to Dan ARG YouTube. Apostle Alfred Uyinosa, the man with the talk as be, and Victor, they give some ideas of the things you need to know before you start your building project. Make I leave you now, make you hear from Apostle Alfred Uyinosa. Enjoy the video.
Hello, my dearly beloved brothers and sisters. Una good afternoon, good morning, depending on the location for the connect with us this morning. Thank God we did for one of our site now. Once more, we appreciate all of our brothers and sisters. When they take time, they follow us, they share the broadcast, they invite their friends. Una do when God go bless una. And another day don't come, we say make we still put mouth when it comes to building industry. So we want to talk about the things where we need to know about building. We talk about building the things where we need to know. And by the grace of God, we have been in the building industry for a very long time, even when we're not quick make noise on social media, but we have been building. By the grace of God, God's Time Innovation is a registered company. You can just Google it, go to CAC, Google it. You also see it. You see there that God's Time Innovation is a registered company. So, by the grace of God, we shall say it is very, very important and necessary for our people to really know what is take to build house and some of the things where they involve and cause implication, because every day things are there for Nigeria, things escalate. Maybe Smith where you buy today, tomorrow tell say Smith all skyrocket. Maybe rod where you buy this morning, you go there the next day, the price of that rod, it does skyrocket. So all these things now we really need to understand, and the difference between quack and an engineer. There's a difference between an engineer and quack, and there's also a difference between a construction company and a roadside bricklayer or mechanic. So there are different things. But if they do the same job, but the different result, the same job, different result, and different application. It's just like there are some roadside mechanic now, you give them your car. Maybe you say maybe they change your wheel pad, maybe they do change the brake pad as they come out. Maybe I realize you don't get problem. But it gets some company where you still carry and go, they go fix away, you know, get issue. That's why we get good automobile company. There are some automobile company, the way they fix your car, it go different from one man way there for one street. So there are different things. And as a company people say you will carry your motor go there. The first thing you go do, they go diagnose your motor. As they diagnose, they go tell you, say, see the results of which we diagnose for your car. And only the diagnosing, you go there are 20K. Why some go collect 10K? But at the end of the day, they'll tell you, see what they go do. So their scope of work is different from the man when he did for one street or when he did for one junction mechanic. Now, why they try to bring this in? Because a lot of people really need to understand the scope of job. Now, also talking about furniture. There's a difference between furniture and carpenter. There are two different things. Now, carpenter, now that you receive for market, where they nail joko, where they nail, now they nail roof. They are different things. The furniture, now them they sit down, they design how your interior decor will be, those chair how it will be. So there are some furniture where they go do chair for 10K. You go another showroom. That chair of 10K, the future seller for that place, 100K. The same chair, but different approach. That's the reason why we for God's Time Innovation, we get scope of work and then we allow people to understand, say there are various variety of building. And for our own end, we try as much as we can today open and be plain to continue to give our people updates on the progress of work so far, which I know say a lot of company know they do them, but we have taken that time to do it. Now, like the breakdown for one of our sites, what they do now, when we reach this place, house not they upstairs, and the owner say, while they don't want this kind of house, what do we do? And we also discover, say, the house, it they road. And for us now to, I made those things, I made that house, we got to remove the entire upstairs. But before then, we reach an agreement. What do you want? What you want make we do? Is it You want us to carry the entire job for contract, we buy material, or you buy material, you pay us for labor. And the man said, Apostle, since now because of una now I come Nigeria, I go buy material. Then tell us how much your company go take, because God's Time Innovation is not all about Apostle Alfred Yunusa. It's a company. I might be the head, but we have a lot of persons working in different areas. So, by the grace of God, for that God's Time Innovation, Victor, now be our project manager. We'll talk about documentation and job and a lot of things. So, we agreed. What was the agreement? Say go buy material. Okay. I will reach an agreement. This is my labor to take this house to breaking and to up to roofing parapet level, minus parapet yet. And we agreed. So, I said, okay, dig the estimate, go and get your material. And he went ahead with the younger brother, the girl of his mates. So far, so good. We use close to 200 bucks. Because with the mold, with the work, with the set, with the cast, over 200 bucks was made. So it's okay, go and buy your rod. Go and buy plank. When he go market, come back. And I say, Apostle, I beg, this work, I don't want to go market, go buy anything again. Now your work, anything you want, go buy. And by the great, since he don't go, come back, then he say, what Apostle talk, now a serious matter. When they give a price of plank, he pay and they come back. And why would they bring this? Because we'll give you condition. You want buy material. Once you buy material, you pay labor. Now, once you say, okay, make we buy material based on what we could give you, it become a contract automatically. It becomes a contract automatically. And by the grace of God, we start this project. Wednesday last week, now we dig the foundation. We use on Tuesday to bring the house down. Then on Wednesday, we dig the foundation. Today, Friday, we'll take one around. We do the parapet. The captain finished their work yesterday. When they reach the parapet area, he said, Apostle, he want to see the parapet before he comes out. Okay, we agreed. By the grace of God, we mobilize. We enter market. We get the wood, get the granite, get the sand, get everybody on board. By the grace of God, if I rain, we they walk. But the first 3 days, you're not there around. It just they come, they look. From that day, they're not going to come again. You say, Apostle, no, not too much. I beg, make una they walk and they go house. It go relax. You understand? Why? Because of what? Transparency. And we will continue to be transparent in our dealing. Yes, all human beings are not the same. It just be like the house will just roof. They get there abroad. Won't reach there. Meanwhile, now somebody else when they do that house. Somebody they do renovation and the rest. Now it comes, Apostle, while I did that house, so go check out. So we go there, we see a lot of amendments. Okay, Epa, for us to start any amendments, we need to re-roof the house. We need to re-roof the house. It's okay, how much? Then we God's Time Innovation, we call our workers, the carpenter, put it together. Since there is wood already, what do we do? How much? How many material? And we cost the material, which the current price. We cost them, I'll say, Epa, for the aluminium, see how much, which color you want. We agreed. By the grace of God, that building was roofed last week. Last week, by the grace of God. The owner there abroad, it is same. So, God's Time Innovation, we try as much as possible to be open, letting the people know. Now, so it be. Make I allow my brother put man for some area concerning this project, what they do now, and the progress so far as the project manager.
All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope so we're all there okay, and more importantly, the time when we say they give us on a daily basis whenever we come live on air. They show us love, they show us support, and to be honest, we would never ever take it for granted. And the building industry, now one industry when we say so many people feel say, I get idea. Yes, to be honest, you get idea, but more than your idea, there's something called professionalism. There's a part called professionalism. If you are not a professional, sorry, you're not a professional. Oh, Victor, okay, this is that. By the special grace of God, I'm a certified project manager. And to be honest, this year alone, I don't want to go through other years, this year alone, on record, we have been able to execute over 25 projects.
To the glory of God.
Successfully. To the glory of God. Successfully. This year alone. And if we have been able to execute 25 projects successfully and over 25, then I think that if my pikin come back from school and he show me results and he score 25 over 25, then that means I need to go buy him ice cream. So I think say we deserve some ice cream.
Yeah.
And so very quickly we say we'll give Una a very broad update on which we need to understand before we start our building project. Number one, we need to get the scope of our project. When I say the scope of our project, that means you must know what you want to do. You understand? I want to build a 3-bedroom flat. I want to build a 2-bedroom flat. I want to build a duplex. You must know the scope of a project. Why? The essence why we say we must know the scope of our project. Now to ensure, say, once we enter site, now that scope, then they call plan. Now that plan, then we go use, take the work on site. That's the scope. That's the first thing we need to put in consideration. Number two, when we need to consider, the costs of the project. So, you want to start your project, sir, ma, you know how much will carry your project from foundation to DPC level. Why? Because houses get staged. How much will it cost you to take your house from foundation to DPC level? So they tell you, fine, it will cost me 1.3 million, and you have, for example, 1.5 million. Don't you think you are good to go? You are good to go. So it is better of say you know the cost bit by bit when we allow you execute your project. This is now why most often, apart from many other issues why we get abandoned building, this is now one of the major reasons. Why? Because we do not take time to properly analyze the costs of our building project. And then lastly, where we, God's Time Innovation, take stand ahead of any other contractor as far as I'm concerned right now in the whole of this country, is time. We don't joke with time. Those are the 3 constraints when they hinder the success and the progress of any project. Number one, I repeat again, the scope of the project. Number 2, the cost of the project. And then number 3, the time of the project. Like what you Apostle talk initially. This project, when we will still take on around for some persons when just they watch us for the very first time on this project, or for those when they follow us, they know the track record on how this project is. This project started last week, Wednesday. And today, to the glory of God, the steel guys, the welding guys, they're on site right now. They bind the rods so that we go cast the parapet tomorrow. Which is to ensure, say, if we start this project, the digging last week, Wednesday, and today is Friday, with the tie rod for parapet, then I think, to be honest, we are good to go. To be honest, that means we have been able to consider time, which is of essence. Number 2, we have been able to consider the scope of the project. This project now 2 flats, 3-bedroom flats for the front, all en suites, and then 2-bedroom flats for the back, also all en suites, master sitting room, beautiful lobbies, beautiful verandas, and the likes of others. So if we understand these 3 constraints properly, and we factor them in the project, then to be honest, we guarantee you that you are succeeding in any of our projects. Now, I want to take us through one thing. When I analyze, within a space of a few weeks, we'll see how the price takes skyrocket. On the 5th of July 2021, we bought 10 mm length for 3,300. And I know say Apostle tell I be project manager. I value documentation a lot. I keep a stock on sand, a grain of sand. I will keep the stock. That's one thing about the project management. And then the lay down structure in God's Time Innovation. On the 5th of July 2021, we bought 10 rod for 3,300. But this morning, being 13th of August 2021, we bought for 3,950 naira for the same 10 rod. It was actually 4,000 naira, but I tell the man, say lie, no fit work.
Now I remove 15 naira.
He said 4,000. I said lie. We drag that 15 naira come out. I told him no, it can't work. Why? Because I analyzed and I forecasted. I looked, said no matter what, you understand, we cannot just have a difference of close to about 700 or 650. You understand? Within a space of less than 4 weeks.
Now, sorry, sir. Imagine say somebody already give you money to do LinkedIn for that job.
I will not consider time.
I will not consider time.
You understand?
Now you can't quote 3,500 as at 2 weeks ago.
3,300.
3,300 as at 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Now today, the same road at 4,000 naira.
Yeah.
How you want to get the balance?
You see. So, this is why we say that time, we talk about the constraint in project management. Time. So, when I can imagine, say we can't delay that work. We delay them by 2 weeks or so. Then that means say either the contractor and the project owner will run helter skelter. Why? Because there will be conflict of interest. The contractor go look say, Oga see the thing don't go up. Oga go say lie. When you tell me that 3,300, I don't give you
the money.
That's one. Secondly, let me flip through my time very well. All right. Still on that same day, on the 5th of August 2021, we bought plywood. No, not plywood, that normal plyboard.
Plyboard.
We bought plywood for 3,400. For 3,400 naira.
No, they don't know. Now bring the plyboard come.
Okay.
You know, so you just now bring the plyboard come.
We bought plyboard for 3,400 naira. But guess what? On the 9th of August 2021, we bought that same plyboard for 4,000 naira.
And the quality is not reduced. Jam. These are the plyboard. And the quality don't reduce.
This is a sample of a plyboard, but it did in length like this. This is a sample of the plyboard. That's what it be. Let's say we get call.
Alright, just go ahead.
So this is a sample of a plyboard. So the plyboard when we buy for 3,400 naira on the 5th of August 2021, we can't go buy that same plyboard for 4,000 naira on the 9th of August 2021. How much difference? Automatically 600 naira difference.
And where you want to forget that 600 naira?
Now, waiting be our business this morning. Our business this morning, now to make us understand. Say, for us to actually execute any project successfully, there are certain things we must consider.
They don't reduce they don't reduce the quality. They don't reduce it.
And those three major factors, when we list earlier, the scope of the project, the time, and the cost implication. If those three things are properly analyzed, then I think we can achieve anything per time. We can achieve anything that we actually want to be executed.
And, okay. Sorry, just round up.
So very quickly, from our own end, we understand that in business, you would have to encounter different people in their diverse opinion, different people in their thoughts pattern, different people in their attitudes, and different people in their behaviors. But this is not the truth. The truth here be say, we as a people and we as a company, we understand what people's management is all about, number one. Number two, we understand what people's skill is all about. So it gets some skills, when they call people's skill. If you don't have people's skill, then that means you're not ready for business. But in spite of all this, we want to use this medium to reassure the Edo people that we remain resolute. We want to use this medium to reassure the Edo people. Say, we dey on ground to stand for what is right, number one. Number two, say, for those individuals when know the truth. See, I used to say something, and I don't tell Apostle this. Apostle, as human, we know the truth though, inside our mind. We know the truth, but at some point in time, we always want to question the truth. Make I use this project, when we do now, as an example. The owner of this project, they are abroad. He don't see series of video just the way when they see so. He can't look say, what did these people they do? Impossible. How these people go fee a whole 3-bedroom flat in less than 2 hours? He watch video. He see when we use tractor they do now. He see and say they do setting this the morning. And in the evening,
They do feeling.
they do feel. He see the video. But he see look say impossible. You know possible. Guess what? He can't sit down with committee of friends for abroad there. See, my people, see my building, I don't forget that building, but I believe say this God's time innovation people, this Apostle friend, they go fit help me. Oh. Say, but bless their money go cost more. He say, but I won't go meet them. He say, but instead they're skeptical a little bit. Even when they see proof, oh. See, they go fit do one. Now they come Nigeria, say, Apostle, and they come Nigeria. Now only 2 weeks I get to. I beg, when I go get my time, Apostle say, you don't come Nigeria. I say, no. You fair come Nigeria now. Now they look, say, okay, fine. Make I use one mind. He keep one mind for abroad. Carry one mind, put inside aeroplane. They fly, enter Nigeria. Apostle, I don't enter Nigeria. Lo and behold, we met and we had pleasant hug. We had pleasant time to share together. I said, Apostle, oh yeah. Guess, the day when they see us, he said, Apostle, I'm going to go site. Now we say, no, can't go to site today. Tomorrow morning. He said, man, you know, say, me business, oh. As we see him, he said, Apostle, I'm going to go to night. He said, no, we can't go to site today. Tomorrow morning. He said, tomorrow morning. Okay, no problem. I believe, say, all through that night, I think when they look, say, I be, no make no be, say, I just fly, come this country. Apostle, say, come tomorrow morning, so. Lo and behold, the next day, we met, and the carriers comes out. Okay, now the side be this. He can give us his own view. Say, this house, so, I don't want that again. I don't want a family house I want. Okay, number two, the house, they road, they no position and where. What see the future consequences. He said, Apostle, let's get it down. And we mobilized. Today, you believe, say, the man come sight, I think only 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. As an Apostle first narrate. Now he call the buy material. He can't come and go corner. You know, call Apostle come and go corner. At the talk, because I don't say go watch this video too. He said, Oga Victor, I said, sir. He say, I don't like us at the buy material. By himself, oh. I can't laugh. I say, why, sir? He say, no. He say, I don't just like her. He say, na me by myself, come. He say, even when some people tell me, say, make I just see. He say, but I convince myself, I can't come. He say, even when I reach Nigeria, I still meet some people, they still tell me, he say, una money go cost more. This is that. He say, but I still say, I must even. He said, no, Gavito, I don't know, I was tell Apostle. He said, I don't like the way they buy material. I said, no, sir, that's not an issue. Our goal here be say we don't already agree on what should be done. You are getting the material whenever we need it. And to be honest, whenever we need the material they on site. Now he look him. He said no. Apostle, no. Now him by himself go meet Apostle. Say Apostle, I don't like you to buy material. And the same thing when I tell him, the same thing Apostle to tell him. The man only comes site, I think about 3 times. After then, if you just drive come site, if you just spend like 15, 20 minutes, you go say Apostle, I dey come out. You dey come out? You go say, I dey come out.
What are you going to do for you?
Do you know why? Because yes, seeing
Is believing.
is believing. Number 1. Number 2,
Trust.
a trial will give you conviction. And people that only attain success in life are those persons that challenge their fear. So imagine say you just stay there anywhere you dey. See the look, say, it's possible, you know go possible. This house no go don't reach this stage in less than 8 days. And this same man tell me, he say, Oga Victor, he say, imagine, he say, you believe say I entered this country last year. I spent over 6 million naira. I don't know where I still spend down.
Waste.
He said, my children, they won't ask me, say, Daddy, we no go our house. He said, which house? I beg you, come on, which house? He said, I spent 6 million naira and I cannot account for it. Why am I saying all this? I am saying this because you know the truth in your heart. You are not a kid. You dey watch me live now. You know the truth in your heart. You are not a kid. And as I will always say, that your heart will be the best judge to give you the right answer.
Yeah, I'm a broadcaster. Okay. Oh, thank you very much, sir. Go ahead, sir.
First, I just want you guys to understand that you don't need to defend yourself about anything. You understand?
Yes, sir.
You don't have to spend any time defending yourself. Get focused. Continue with what you are doing. Keep doing what you are doing. Your work will vindicate you.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
People can go and plant people to call into their program, to forge matters against you, to do anything they want to do. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
If you are sure, you are convinced in your heart that you are steadfast, you are genuine in what you are doing, keep on doing it. Just go on. You don't need to actually respond to tantrums. You understand me?
Yeah.
All you need to do is watch your own self. Okay? If there are things you are doing that is not right, keep yourself upright. That is it. Because at the end of the day,
Wow. Network. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Let me quickly chip you something. Like some area now, we molded 30 blocks per bag. 30. And somebody go say, in mode 35, in mode 40. And you expect say, mode block 30 per bags and mode 35 per bag. Say not the same. It cannot be the same. It can't be the same. So you discover say you use more cement when you mold that 30 per bags. You use more cement compared to when you use 40 per bag, 35 per bags. Like here now, some persons they use 12 a pound per bag. But because of the urgency of the work, get it clear? Because of the urgency of the work, what do? We reduce the quantity of sand from 12 to 8 to 10.
We use 10.
For
and
the
at some
setting.
point, we use 8.
You understand now? From 12 a pound to 10, from 10 to 8. Why? Because of the urgency of the work, what do? We reduce the sand, increase the cement. Now, by the time I tell you, say, at this project, we use 150 bags of cement. Somebody will say, how? Why don't you use 150 bags of cement for this small house? But you don't understand some of the things that are involved. Now, we need to understand the scope of job. And thank you, Sir Commodore Oriaki. We actually owe nobody explanation. No. But what we are doing right now, we dey give updates, understanding the work where you dey do, so that you go know that the difference between an engineer and from a bricklayer, from a construction company, and a roadside work. So there are two different things. A roadside market say they get away with it, but an engineer will tell you no, do it this way. You know, say some foundation day when it be said you go use 10 bags take cast foundation.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, 10 bags of cement. And that same foundation, some people will use 50 bags.
Yeah.
The same project. The same project. The same foundation. Some persons go use 10 bags of cement take cast that foundation. And another engineer go come, he go use 50 bags of cement. He goes, why don't you use 50 bags now? Not be 10 bags, that one use. Do you know why? Because of the thickness and the missing. Because of the thickness and the missing. Now, when they talk about the white people doing construction, why? Because they understand. Even rainy season will they work. This project will take on around. It will be really not true. But yet, the smith, they know they enter. Because since the owner can buy material, what do? We use it very well. And one thing in God's time innovation, we know they carry material come from site. No, to do what now? Once we tell you that 10 bags, now we they use. Once we say, see what you want to use. In fact, to our best of knowledge, we never carry one plank. They do it. But we all believe that is not part of the company policy. And by the grace of God, we are moving on. So why would they do this in this morning? Would they try to give updates? Like somebody asked questions, how much for 12 mm road? 12 mm road is about 4,500. 4,500 for 12 mm road now. 4,500. Then 16 mm is about 7,800. 16 mm. As against 6,000. Now, the block will mode 30 per bag. My brother, they know they enter. They know go enter. So, did that scope of job. Now, if somebody will use 2.5 million to build one flat. But what's the guarantee? It will come down. So, by the grace of God, God's time innovation has come to stay, and we are doing our job and will continue to deliver to the glory of God Almighty. And we know the truth, you know the truth. You know the truth.
And it shall set you free.
And the truth can set you free. And we don't search our hearts, we search everywhere. We're like, what's this? But the truth is this, we have several experience. We have experience. By the grace of God, we are not petal. We are moving on and we'll continue to move on. We move. And lastly, Victor will take you around. Make you see the project. In like 8 days. 8 days. We dig foundation, shake down. Now the iron bed that they up now, they tie the parapet. And the client is happy. He never recites. Why? Because he knows once we say it, we deliver. Like the experience we get for Epoma. Epoma is still a mystery. Till tomorrow, the guy still they ask, Apostle, how not take do How? So, our work will continue to speak for us, and there is no amount of intimidation can actually bring down our work. We are past that stage, and we actually owe nobody explanation. No. But our owner to give update of the work where we did do. I will continue to give you an update. So by the grace of God now, we will take you around. Victor and I will go around. They will now see the blocks with the mold per 30 per bag, and the one with the mold 35 per bag. Thank God the day grand. My brother, move around.
All right.
Yeah, let's start with this 30 per bag. You see the block?
Excuse me. All right.
You see this block? 30 per bag. You see them now? We mowed them yesterday. As far as we mowed them yesterday, we use them today. Why? Because we reduce the quantity of the sand. Now we'll show you two types of block. Where did this side? This one are the one where we mowed. 30 per block. Yeah. They not the enter. Now I'm gonna see them when they mow 35. You see, can you use this? Can you use this block to compare that blocks? That one is 30 per bag. This one is 35, 38 per bag. Now, you discover say the quantity of cement we use there is about this one. Now, if you budget 50 bags before, that 50 bags will use that to give you this block. But this one you spend more times 2. These are the various quality in building that we must understand. Like this one now, any small thing, it don't make joie, it be like bread. Now, the one where you mold 30 per bag, you see how? You see how? These blocks was molded yesterday, and we didn't use them. So these are the things we need to know about building. So by the grace of God, the parapet has started. This is the building in less than 8 days. In less than 8 days. Now,
So this is the entrance.
you see something? You see, 8 a pound per bag. You see, 8 a pound per bag. See? Now you getting that? This 8 a pound per bag. 8 a pound. Now this same 8 a pound. Some person will use 14 bags. Some will use 12 bags. I'm sure you don't build house. You see now? Even my hand not fit remove van. And we do this house under rain. So under rain. You see, so our owner will continue to do the right thing, and by the grace of God, this is the parapet. Victor, I beg, take them around, let them see the view of the house in less than 8 days. Let them see.
All right, let me take you around. Let me take you around to get a proper view of the house. Yeah, so this apartment you're seeing is a 2-flat, 3-bedroom flat at the front flat, and then we have 2-bedroom flat for the back. So this is the front view.
In less than 8 days.
This is the front view. Let me go through the right view.
From foundation, oh,
Yeah.
8 days. You see, 8 days.
Let me go through the right view.
Wow.
So this is the right view. Thank you. This is the right view.
8 days from foundation.
All right. So this now they see
The parapet.
the parapet as well. That's when I look ground and I'll see the block when we break come out. This is not the one we did there before when we break come out, and we achieved this in 1 day. You know what it means to break this kind of house in 1 day. Even the one that talk and say, I say Apostle, I want to take break this house finish for 1 day. You understand? But it was achieved. You understand? So let's go in. Let's go in. All right, climbing up. Okay. All right. All right. So this is not the veranda. And the veranda, that's the visitor's toilet. Why this is the sitting room? This is not the sitting room.
Yeah. You fit climb up. I will let me see the parapet. Let me see the woodwork. See how you take. Okay, may I climb and give me?
Okay. Please gently.
Oh, but if I fall,
Gently.
my cow you will kill. All right. Yeah, my people. You see, when I see the parapet, you see the woodwork. You see, there's the woodwork. You see the parapet. Now see, today make it 8 days from foundation. I see the parapet. You see the woodwork. This is seeing is believing. And I say we build all through. Now see, so 8 days. This is the parapet work. Now what I think.
All right. Thank you.
God bless you.
All right. So this is like the sitting room. Why this is not the dining?
Where they going to chop shield and everything.
Yeah, this is not the dining. And then we'll still up to the kitchen.
Big kitchen.
This is the kitchen, and then you have the backyard that way. Then from the kitchen we enter the lobby. The lobby, and one room. This is
Here now small iron.
yeah, where you see the iron section.
Yeah. This is one room.
Yeah.
This is one room. That's the toilet. Now let me take you to the master toilet. Master bedroom. This is the master room. You see how big this is master room? This is master room. Then this place. This is a wardrobe. This is a closing wardrobe. Then this is master
Toilet and bathroom.
toilet and bathroom. We call it bathroom. Then you go put a standing cubicle. You know they call standing cubicle. Standing cubicle. Now standing is like a mini jacuzzi, but then they open up with glass. You dey inside. As you dey bath, the water will come out. So they call it. Now the guy want put standing cubicle. And if you check the height, it's 3 blocks. Why 3 blocks? 1, 2, 3. With beam. Why? Because of the POP. So by the time they put POP, you go still get high. Because that's the duty. And for good proper ventilation and air space. So this just 8 days from foundation. And this is another room.
This is the third room.
This is the third room. This is the third room. This is toilet. This is toilet. So, my brother, just take them round.
Alright, so my car will go to the back flat. The 2-bedroom flat we did the back. So this now our mobile office. This is our mobile office. That's our mobile office. Yes, now mobile office be that one. Alright, so I'm going to the back flat, the 2-bedroom flat for the back. And there they go. So now I'm almost there. Okay, so don't reach there. This is now the veranda. This is the veranda of the back flat. While we have the visitors toilet right here. And then the entrance to the sitting room. This is the sitting room. This is not the sitting room. So what we do be say for the front flat and the back flat. Now three flat there before. 3-bedroom flat there front, 2-bedroom flat detached there back. So the 2-bedroom flat they middle, we open down, extend the 3-bedroom flat there front to give space, and at the same time, the 2-bedroom flat there back to give space. That's why when I say the sitting room, they as big as waiting on the C4. So this is not the sitting room. This is the dining, and at the same time, this is the kitchen. Then from the kitchen, you have this way, you have a mini lobby, the first room, and the second room. Thank you so very much for staying tuned with us on this broadcast. Make sure not forget, so you get waiting with talk when they're very critical. Please, if you want to start any building project, kindly consider those 3 things. Number 1, the scope of your project. The scope of the project means say waiting and one build. Secondly, the cost of the project. So the cost of the project will help you understand your estimate from foundation to DPC, from DPC to window level, from window level to lintel, from lintel to roofing stage. If you are doing parapet, you can go on with your parapet, and then you roof or you want deck, and then you now know to get fine. See waiting remain. With this cost analysis, it will help us achieve our goal at time as fast as possible. And then lastly, but not the least, please consider time. Time is of essence for any project. It would be very necessary, so we also consider time. So those 3 constraints, please factor those 3 constraints in any of your building projects. And to be honest, you would always achieve your project goal, or waiting with the call project deliverables. Thank you. So, all right.
Yeah, by the grace of God, I believe now we have experienced a lot of things. If you are trying to go to build your own house, the first thing, get a land. Once you get the land, get an architect to design the plan for you. By the time you get the plan, get a qualified engineer. Get a qualified engineer to help manage that project. That is where God's Time Innovation steps in to continue to correct a lot of errors in the building industry. I will continue to give you an update for various of our work. And we expect everybody to like you. It's not possible. It's not possible. But so far, so good. I believe we are standing on the path of truth and justice. And I want to say thank you to all our brothers that have called us to give us job, to say, I beg, go do my work, go do my work. I appreciate you. Yes, we appreciate God. You might have ungrateful persons around you, but that will never stop us from doing good. I will continue to carry out our assignments to ensure that Edo people get the benefit of their labor. And for God Time Innovation, we trust God. We no go fall on our hand. We'll continue to do the right thing. I want to say thank you, my project manager, Victor. I want to say thank you, our engineer, all of them. I want to say thank you. We will continue to deliver as God help us. We believe in time. Thank you.
Abeg, help us share this video. If you never subscribe to Dan ARG YouTube, try make you subscribe so that make you for dey hear all the things wey dey happen for Nigeria. Make I leave you now with this video, make you help us share am. Thank you for watching Dan ARG YouTube.